No.
Did you?
Got him. Who wants to remind us what happened last time?
Not me, I'm brushing my teeth.
Basically nothing. Like, we just reset back to where we were before. We fought a bunch of little monstery dudes, but then we've just had a sleep and we're just slightly further along the path than we were before, like 5 hours further along.
Mm-hmm.
And where specifically are you being led to that you believe? Probably not.
The place where the kids' family / villagers live.
Excellent work. You are becoming a force, Lindsay. And yes, I've updated the splash screen to reflect Halvor's continued loss of strength.
Oh, look how small I am.
I'll have Norris be carrying him. Back, yes, let's do that.
Actually, that's something that happened, didn't it? I got poisoned or something, and I wasn't feeling very good.
Yeah, but it was absolutely fine because you had someone who remembered that you got a heartstone from Max.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Oh.
Oh, now he's being carried by Norris, not by Angelo. He's dead.
Nah.
Yeah, it's subjective with Angelo.
Until I realise I can only summon him at dawn.
God, how long do you brush your teeth for?
Until they're clean.
God, 4 hours, British. A big book of British smile. So yes, Eric was keeping watch, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
There was no spookiness for you, Cora, tonight.
Good.
Morning comes uneventfully. You all get a long rest, which you can now apply to yourselves. Can Halvor and Bartandalis please make me a Constitution saving throw?
Did we not have the long rest last time? Because I woke up and I lost some points.
I think we may have applied it at the end of the session, yeah.
Yes, I think you're right, because, yeah, you talked about the effect of the damage sticking around on Cora. So, yes, thank you for reminding me, but I will still need those Constitution saving first.
Exhaustion as we woke up, didn't she?
What, sorry?
She got her exhaustion as we woke up when she vomited flies.
She did vomit flies.
Oh, I forgot about the flies,
Yeah, that wasn't part of your narrative, was it? Oh, I also see that I see that Tidy Sheet is updated again slightly. With a sexy HP slider. And your hit die on that. I prefer that. Don't like how green everything is now, though.
Is in that we've all just got too much health. We'll have to do something about it.
No, if you go to the inventory tab, I think everything that's equipped is highlighted green now.
Okay.
Where did you say the hit die have gone?
They just seem to be.
I suppose it's just the rest, really, isn't it? So
it's to the right of rest slider. You can have the HP bar, and then you have hit die for the next hit dice for the next bit. Sorry, Bartandalis, can you make me a Constitution saving throw as well, please?
Sure can. Oh, and now all those shortcuts that are at the top left have now disappeared. I found them for 1 week.
You have to be highlighting your character on a map.
Oh, that's fair enough.
So when Angelo's back up, you're an owner for Angelo. It means you won't have to go and click through menus for him when he's on the map. You can just click on him and all his shit will be there. I am looking at setting up it so that you can also open and roll his table and clicking it in there.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
Am I feeling okay?
You're feeling pretty good.
Tip top.
Halvor, you also think you're possibly feeling pretty good.
I went to sleep with a heartstone in my mouth. Butt plug.
So yeah, it is the morning. It It's the end of a period in which you slept. And how are you? What are you doing with your morning?
If I wore the Heartstone like a butt plug, would I just be immune to disease then all the
Oh,
time?
there's blue coffee in my eyes.
Does it have a tapered end?
Oh, good grief.
It's heart shaped.
Does it have a
Has
flared
suction-
base?
It has a suction cup.
As long as there's something I can get purchase on.
So let me load up where we were. Yeah, you've camped for the night. Anything that anyone wants to be doing or saying before you continue following Calder towards his supposed village?
I think you're having internet connections because the actual ambient sound with the wolves and stuff keeps cutting out. At least for me. Or I'm having internet connection issues.
No, it's happening here too.
Allow me to run a network speed test because my connection is exquisite. 411 down and
Irrelevant.
this it's like 0.01 up. 17 up. That should be fine.
Better than mine.
Apparently I am 6 times past the part of the dial where... No, sorry. The dial says you need to be at number 3 to stream high quality video, and I'm at number 50. 55 is Run Foundry.
Do you know what seems to be happening? The ambient sound is only playing when your mic is active. Or when I'm speaking, is that when it's doing it as well?
That can't be a thing. They're entirely different sound inputs.
When he finished saying inputs and it cut out. So I don't know.
Say something again. Okay, it's gone now.
Testicles.
Were you holding down and push the talk button?
Nope.
Huh.
I have no
It-
push talk button.
Everybody be quiet and let Andy do some on and off.
Zzz. On. And then on again.
Nah, it just seems to be intermittent then. Just weird.
Well, we'll be off this scene with its ambience in a second anyway.
I think Foundry's ambience has been shenanigans lately anyway, to be honest.
Hey, look, we left that scene.
Good.
We shoved some raisins in our mouth and we are continuing on. We are all very eager to arrive quickly, I think.
Yeah.
Who is leading the way? Who will be summarizing the day's travel via their survival roll?
Cora.
Any objections? No? Okay.
Jesus.
Oh, we survived so well.
There was some
So-
spin on that.
It's how I roll.
Brad Lash said they're gonna suck my soul.
Yes, the day's travel goes well. Well, I say the day. The 8 light spells, so you're not going off light anymore. You're now going off
Chest
cozy
spell.
clothes.
Cozy clothes spells.
you-
Cozy clothes timing.
Yeah, the after the 8th cozy clothes spell, you have gone up several sharp inclines in the path. About 4 or 5 hours in, you do hear a single cry from the rock, but you are not able to see any further sign than that of it. And you come to the end of a full day's hike. Do you wish to press on, stop to make any camp, or bed on down for the night? If there's anything you want to be getting out the way or any RP you want to be having.
Is it still snowing a lot? Is it still like a
Always. The
whiteout?
snow is getting heavier as you go up. Although you have made a good day's progress, it's been a good day's progress for the slow pace that you're going in a blizzard. That is just not abated.
DM question. Only because I have been prepping for Realm of Frostmaiden. Are you using the full Blizzard rule set, or are you using portions of it? Because there was a moment where I was like, oh, apparently I should be rolling a concentration check at the end of every round to keep concentrating on a spell in a Blizzard.
Yes, I'd forgotten that part at the time, but it is actually on my list now.
Yes.
I ruled it to myself that you were sheltered by a copse of trees and rocky outcrops, and that took the brunt of the snow.
Fantastic. I believe that, I mean, I don't know, but that would also play with Sanctuary, which I believe is concentration as well.
It is. Calvo, you were also about to speak as well then.
It was just going to say that I think if we feel like we've done a full day's marching, or as much as we can, I would be voting for resting. I think pushing ourselves beyond our limits is just going to get us. We'll regret it in the end.
Not to be that guy. However, might be about to be that guy.
Classic.
Classic Alex. Cora needs to roll her survival skill check again because she has disadvantage due to exhaustion.
Oh,
I thought I got rid of
she
my
is exhausted.
exhaustion with the tireless, didn't I?
After her first short rest of the day, she would have removed exhaustion.
Didn't we do a short rest straight away?
Yeah, you sat around
yeah.
longer, didn't you?
I couldn't be remembering these
So
things.
what effects did you say that she still had then?
The
HP was
loss
down.
of HP that she had.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
She took some just big actual damage from it.
Oh, so this girl's just never getting exhausted.
Nope.
Nice.
It only reduces it by a level, doesn't it? I just have to
Yeah,
throw it
but
at
I was
you.
only one level up.
Yeah,
so-
oh, yeah, this time.
You can only do it once per long rest, is it? Once per day.
Tireless, I've got like 4 tirelesses a day.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
So she is not being exhausted. Like, I need another hour, guys. I'm like, nah, I need to summon my dragon.
She fancies a lion.
Have you seen, by the way, that it's Lindsay that's reminding you of all these things? I'm super
Yes,
impressed with me.
it is being noted.
Lindsay,
Tidy, I've just noticed how different Tidy she is. You can right click things to do all the actions and edit things.
What?
Like if you're in an inventory and on Tidy Sheet and you right click an item, it gives you all the options.
Oh.
I didn't know about that.
Ooh.
Haven't looked at it in a while.
I'm entirely certain if I like that, but
I think it's probably better than having to toggle edit all the time. Just right click edit. But yeah. Also, next to where it says, you've got the filters for action, bonus action, equipped. Click the little squares one.
Icons.
wait, what? Sorry?
So at the top of the inventory on the right-hand side, you've got action, bonus action, reaction filters.
Yeah.
Next to that, there's a little grid icon.
For the layout.
Ew. That's a bit
It would be fine
very
if,
World of Warcraft.
if you could see what the actual items were. You would have to
If you
memorize.
if you mouse over it,
Oh,
I like
yeah,
how
I
it does
know.
that.
Yeah.
Cool. That's another new video to be made.
Something to play around with, anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it out.
So yeah, if you're bedding down after another full day, is there anything you want to be doing over the course of that night? Has anyone got any chores, or are we just getting some shut eye and getting into the next day?
I'm gonna be summoning. I'm gonna be meditating on my book to bring Angelo back.
Okay. So are you going to sleep in longer, or are you going to forego?
It depends. How are you handling it now? Are you handling that if you don't get a night's your 8 hours, you instantly get exhaustion? Because that isn't how it works. But I'm asking you how you're now doing it.
I thought we said that you could do it for one. You can pull a full nighter, an all nighter, and be fine once. Because I think it came into play for wine, and you mean just like, I never need to sleep. I only need the book.
Yeah, but that was fine because it absolutely wrecked me. And I took 2 levels of exhaustion. Okay, yeah, no, let's go then. Then I will forgo sleep and I will bring Angelo back. I mean, where are we camped? Am I in a place where I can even concentrate on meditating and reading and stuff?
Cool, make me another survival check.
26, with that 26 that we rolled.
Yeah, we'll carry it over then. You managed to find. You have a choice. Oh no, she's just going
Done
for
it now.
Well, she's just. What a flex.
I don't want him to have it. I want to roll low. Nice. Oh yes, what have we found now, DM? How good is this place? What loot has she stumbled upon?
Basically, I've just found this little house.
We found like a little rift in Barovia where a little bit of dawn is just coming through this
a
little
little bit
rift.
of Costa del Sol comes through.
Oh,
It's
God,
actually the portal back to our homelands.
Which are called, Lindsay.
Oh, come on. I've done so well today. Come on.
To be fair, we've spent a lot of time in Barovia and no time in
none across 2 campaigns.
Mungus. What a weird name.
Humongous. Also not Mungus. You find, Lindsay, almost like a natural stone bridge that you're able to all fit under, and it's sufficiently wide that it's elevated and it's wide, so you're able to see in either direction as far as you can in the blizzard, that you're not being sort of crept up on by anything, and it also does provide quite a bit of shelter, as a fair amount of it is just it's so far removed that it is just rock you're sat on. You're not actually sat in snow or on ice for once.
Nice.
And you're able to get tucked away under there.
That's as close to luxury as you can get on the pass.
Yep. There are several icicles hanging down underneath this sort of rocky outcrop that, as you're sitting there and you're settling down, you notice that they slightly and occasionally glow with a very, very faint white, soft light. And it just kind of just pulses out a little bit and shimmers before dying back down. Well, I say Lindsay notices that. You would all notice it quite quickly as the source of life.
What do you think's causing that?
I don't know. Seems like it might be something worth investigating.
That sounds like a good idea. Maybe I should help you.
I would appreciate your aid and assistance. And I will go and investigate this light. DM, what should I roll?
In order to investigate such a thing.
Yeah. Athletic. No, investigation would be the appropriate role.
I will just be keeping watch in the meantime. Not being a very investigative kind of guy.
Cora and I go investigate Hating while Halvor's setting up some tents.
And provide you absolutely no help at all.
They seem to be natural. Everything about them just looks like typical icicle formation. You can't see anything like inside them that could be the cause of the glow. There's no cheap little tacky LEDs in a bottle hanging on there. But yeah, the icicles themselves just seem to occasionally, and quite in a very slow rhythm, just give like a gentle pulse. It's rhythmic, but it isn't like hypnotic or anything like that. It's just occasional little.
Have I ever heard of anything of such a thing in the arcane circles, perhaps?
Make me an Arcana check. You have not seen heard of anything specific like this before in Arcana circles, but what's your intelligence?
My intelligence is like 16, so I've got a +3 on my
I would
intelligence.
say that you would recall that there was very similar functionality and view, very similar sort of lighting effects in a chandelier in Argynvostholt.
Oh. Okay. And I will look to Coroner. You remember the chandeliers in Argynvostholt?
Of course I do. Doesn't everybody?
I believe these are very reminiscent of those. Perhaps I should take a few minutes and discover as to whether they are magic in nature before we do anything else.
It seems very sensible.
And these like are these en route to somewhere we're going to camp, or is this kind of like where we're camping?
This is where you're camping, I think.
Okay. And let's say, do you want to maybe, I don't know, help the others out? I'll shout you over. I'm gonna be here a while.
Sure. How high up are they?
Oh,
all the
10,
icicles?
12 foot up.
So not easily reachable.
I mean, yeah, by me, I can just climb up the wall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's
you're the
war.
Yeah. I'm literally gonna go and sit upside down on the ceiling with my book out, like kind of getting my ritual prepared.
Just because you can.
Just 'cause I can. Yeah. I like feeling like David Bowie.
What was your con save for, Halvor?
This incredibly interesting conversation, but in reality, I'm just testing why I was getting weird bonuses before.
So yeah, so I will take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Okay. You complete the ritual and you detect multiple sources of magic. Numerous very small sources of magic, of illusion magic, actually, from each of the icicles. And looking back down, or I suppose it would be up to you, sat on the ceiling, where Cora and Halvor are currently working on these tents, beneath them, a single, rather large source of magic under the snow.
Oh. Okay. Illusion magic as well?
Sorry, transmutation.
Transmutation magic. Huh. How big are these, did you say?
The icicles are a
Yeah.
couple of inches.
Couple of inches. Okay. So I'm not like we're not in like Roper territory.
No,
Oh.
no, it's I was about to say it's too well lit. It's night. It's too exposed. It's not like you could never say that you're under like a cave. This is like the natural equivalent of like passing under a motorway bridge.
Okay. Okay. I want to.
Break free.
Yeah. Well, I want to try and break the icicles free, but I want to try and do it maybe like cut into the ice a little bit. I don't want to like kind of just snap them off in the event that it.
Remoran's teeth. I mean,
Well, in case the magic is imbued within the icicle itself, and me snapping it just fucks that up.
okay.
So I will use. I'll use prestidigitation to warm the area. So warm 1 cubic foot of non-living material, presuming it's non-living, and trying to just melt the ice, kind of like carving deeper into the root of it, and kind of like taking these 2 icicles out.
Basically using like your ET finger, like a welding thing.
Yeah,
like a laser
exactly
cutter.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, you managed to snap one off, and it continues giving you that very faint glow.
Okay.
Not useful enough to be like a torch or a flare, but like light is softly being emitted from it. It could work well as maybe you could maybe read a book by your bedside with it.
Okay. I'll take time again. I'll get the other one as well.
Okay. There are There are 8.
There are 8 of them. Okay, I'll take one for now. I'll just take the one for now if there's 8 of them. and then I'm gonna go down and dig about in the snow where I saw the transmutation magic. And while people are looking, I'm like, I detected something under the snow here.
It's
That's
like, I mean,
interesting.
it's like how I've always, you're putting my tent up, Bartanders comes over, it is literally underneath where you're pitching a tent that he wants to start sort of
In his
digging
pants,
around.
digging around in his pants. Don't mind me, Halvor. I detected strong magic here.
Illusion.
Yeah, is it hard concrete or is it just snow? I can.
It's snow for about a foot, and then you start to get to more compact ice, and you can feel that the spell being up, the magic is further down through the ice.
Okay.
You can't get distance, can you? Just general direction
Just general direction.
within 30 feet.
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff covering it. I'm gonna go with it because it's ice, I guess, that I can still detect it. Okay.
Can you get an idea of size?
I think it's surrounded by a hue, so I think I get a general idea of like a glow of how big it might be.
So does it look like it's filling the whole floor, or is it like a
No, when he was
localized area?
when he was sensing like the direction it was in, he could see that it was quite large, but it was not the whole floor underneath you.
Then I shall. But it's just ice, since it's not rock that it's buried in.
Correct.
It's like ice below us. Okay. Then can
There's a
I?
foot of lead.
Will Sacred Flame like
It's no
radiance?
heat. It's no heat, is it?
Not, is it? Yeah.
And it'd probably miss.
I've got a crowbar and a hammer if that helps.
Say again.
I've got a crowbar and a hammer if they help.
I mean,
He's got fireball.
I've got
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking I might just, if I cast Flaming Sphere as second level, can I just kind of like make it slowly?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah. You can
Well, I'll do that out.
Move it down over it, can't you?
Yeah. So I don't want to.
Halvor
I'm
will
gonna
have to move his tent.
Sure. So I'm gonna keep going down and then bringing it back up.
What, like a big burning drill bore.
Yeah, because I don't want to melt whatever it is.
No.
This lasts for 1 minute, so if you need me to cast it a few times, then just let me know.
It'd be twice, I think, would be enough. Yeah. Near sort of the end of the second one, if you want to pop 2 off on the spell list for me, you start to. Have you? We haven't shown up. Oh, you just manually reduce your slots. Yeah.
Yeah.
You start to notice a bit of smoke coming up, and when you sort of pull it up and look, you see that there is some smouldering wood, and what looks to be bone has just been exposed.
Ooh. Okay. Then, yeah, if I'm now close to it, then I'll just start going the rest of the way with prestidigitation and warming it up and trying to
Yeah.
eke it out a bit more gently.
You begin to uncover a skeleton, quite a large skeleton, with some sort of straps and chains wrapped around part of it, which then just heads off a bit further into the ice. Can you make me a medicine check?
I think it's dead.
No, I'm doing it. Oh, you think
Not for long.
I mean, it sounds like it's bound by. Does it look like it was been chained up and buried, or?
Even though no skull is currently visible, you have seen enough that you ascertain that it's a horse, or it was a horse, and that the chains seem to be parts of like saddle and reins that have been buried with the horse. And you, as you're sort of going through that, you notice another, like bones that a horse should only have one of, like sort of another set of vertebrae visible underneath, and it looks like maybe 2 horses have died on top of each other here. and you see that one also has chains on it. And
What
they
am I
head.
detecting as the magic?
Pardon?
What am I detecting as the magic?
You are detecting from the magic something sort of to the left of these skeletons, and as you sort of clear with the snow a little bit, you just move your hand across one point, and you just uncover a dark orange sort of glass, just like a straight surface. But as you keep scooping your hand as far as you can while the snow and ice are still a bit melted and soft, as far as you go, it is just one plain flat surface.
And what, an orange disc?
Yeah.
Then I shall collect this.
You can't find. Sorry, I didn't explain it properly. As you can't find an edge to it. It seems to have no end currently. If we're going to presume you're going to keep uncovering it, would you continue doing so until it is fully revealed?
Yeah, I mean, if this is an
Remove-
excavation thing.
Yeah. If we're getting a bit excavating, it takes about another hour, maybe a bit less if anyone's helping. But you uncover what is effectively a fucking enormous brick. Like when we're talking about like the sort of things you see slaves lugging up to the pyramids to build them, an enormous one of these, like under the snow, you see that it's kind of bound in old, stiff, frosted over, like decayed sort of leather and straps, which are strapped and chained to the horses. And
They've been dragging it up.
Pretty much, yeah. And the wood
Magical amber-coloured brick.
from the smouldering wood, you realise, and a bit of like a wheel arch, that it looked like it used to be on a wagon, and something's obviously happened to it, and the elements have claimed it over the years since then. It is the slab is 15 foot by 10 foot.
Wow. Okay.
It is very large.
This is quite the excavation. Then, okay, once we've excavated quite a bit of it, then I'm going to take some time doing some ritual. Well, do you know, is there any markings or anything, or is it just a brick?
None whatsoever. It is just a big, plain brick of it.
Does it look like amber? As in, like, does it look like the same as the piece of amber that I've got from my...
I think it probably does.
Wowzers. This is worth a lot of money, guys. We should just go back down to...
We'll just live there. Don't worry about Strahd. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I am going to sit down, and then I'm going to cast my identify object for ritual on the brick first, and then I will be doing the ice cube, the icicles as well.
Okay. You don't get any specifics from. There is no sort of specific spell or property to this amber. You detect that or you identify that it has had numerous enchantments sort of layered over it in preparation for it to be. Would you understand? Do you know what? Make me an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay, bear with me for 1 second. Do you want me to read out what the ins and outs of?
No, it's something. It's something specifically extra. I'm thinking of here. You detect several sort of low sort of quite mundane and complex layered enchantments and properties to this. I want to see if with your check, if before I go through it, or if I can summarize it with something from your knowledge. But yeah, an Arcana with advantage.
Arcana with advantage. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Through the summary of these multiple properties on it, you work out that this has been enchanted in preparation for it to perhaps be some sort of vessel.
Okay.
So it's sort of primed for being some sort of magical housing or powerful focus or something like that. It is not one great big spectacularly exciting thing, but it's a combination of magical effects that make it very interesting.
Okay. Okay.
So what are we gonna do with it?
Well, I mean, the fact that you're now familiar with it, there's a good chance that we could locate objects and find the Amber Temple when we get closer to it.
Ah, is that how it works? If I've seen one
Is
like
that how it
it,
works, or would it just try and find this one?
that's what I was thinking.
It would try and find that one.
It would try and
Ah,
find, but I'm wrong in
shucks.
saying that. That was foolish. The
He clutches his head. My natural 20 is fading.
The horses, they don't look like they've been attacked or eaten or as bones crushed or anything. I don't see any bones left.
Well, make me a medicine check for her.
There's no ride with them, just the horses, yeah?
Correct.
No idea.
Difficult to say, unfortunately. You notice that one of the wheels, or what's left of one of the wheels, has been pretty much obliterated. It is just a scatter of wood fragments compared to the others, which just seem to be a bit buckled and crushed by the pressing of all the ice and snow for however long it's been on there for. Yeah, on the actual state of the skeletal remains, difficult to say.
I wonder if these horses just died here from lack of food or whether something attacked them.
I have no idea. They've been here for a while. It's hard to kind of make out what's what, the way they're piled on top of each other.
Yeah.
Let's not. I don't know what use this is, but
I thought that was in our house then.
it is.
Our actual house.
It is.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Well, it's ominous making camp here, but here we are.
Was that noise really that loud?
Yeah.
It's that loud, isn't it? It's like, is it about the same?
Is that the rock?
Yeah.
No, that's
No.
Okay.
The rock.
that kind of thing.
The
The rock was far away.
The rock uses sounds of Rodan from Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Nice. So that's the scary dog dude.
I mean, you're presuming. Oh no, you're presuming, and you've been told.
The dagger dog.
The dagger dog.
Okay. Well, with that, I will kind of take a step to one side, and I'm gonna then cast Identify Magic on the icicles.
Yeah, and they just seem to have a faint sort of illusion on them in that they collect water, and something about their location and the properties of where they've formed, they just seem to remember light that they have seen. So any light that they've been exposed to in the last month, they will periodically slowly pulse light of that colour.
Oh.
Like the
So
last,
maybe
like
we're
the
not the
last
only people
colour as
to
well.
be here.
So that means people. Yeah. So that means people were here a month ago.
Either that or it actually used to be light here a month ago.
Yeah. Does it look like it's exposed enough that the natural daylight would have
No.
touched it? Okay. Seems like we keep resting upon places where those that came before us rested. Don't know whether it's a good thing or bad.
Makes me hopeful I'll see Harris again.
True enough. And yeah, I'm gonna go back up onto the ceiling and carve all 8 of them out. I'm gonna put them in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Well, they're not.
What's Halvor doing while all this is going on?
Keeping a watchful eye whilst the others are intent on looking at the ground.
Okay. Are you looking the way you are going to be going, or the way from which you have come?
I mean, I don't trust any of them, so a general scan and check in all directions every now and again.
Okay. So yeah, you cut down the other 7. Oh right, now this is where I need to nip away for a second. My person at the door is here, so I will be back in 10 or so minutes.